In December 2019, the Chinese authorities acted by warning the world that a new virus is spreading everywhere. In the following months, it spread to other countries with the number of infections doubling within days. This virus is severe acute. The virus is actually just a shell that surrounds a genetic material with a few proteins and arguably not even a living being. He can make more of himself by entering a living cell. Corona can spread over surfaces, but it is still uncertain how long he can. From here the virus begins its journey, then a deeper intruder travels into your body. His destination is the intestine, spleen, and lungs, where he can make a dramatic effect. Even a few coronaviruses can cause a very dramatic situation. The lungs are lined. The cell fades somewhat, releasing new corona molecules ready to attack other cells. The number of affected cells doubles enormously about 10 days after millions of cells are infected in the body, billions of viruses in the lungs the virus hasn't caused. Corona causes the affected immune cells to exaggerate, causing them to scream and angry in a scene similar to putting the immune system in a state of war. It sends more soldiers than necessary, which leads to wasting its resources, causing damage. Two types. The situation may worsen to the point that irreversible permanent damage leads to lifelong disabilities. In most cases, the immune system slowly regains control. It kills infected cells, intercepts viruses trying to infect new cells, and cleans the breathing becomes difficult or even fails, and patients need the competitor to survive. The immune system had fought its maximum capacity for weeks and manufactured millions of antivirus weapons with thousands of bacteria multiplying rapidly. The immune. There are two fates of a pandemic like corona. Fast and slow. What fate we will see depends on how we react to the epidemic. In the first days of the outbreak, the speed will be terrible and will cause many deaths. Slow. The history books will not remember the. If this happens, terrifying decisions will be made about who will live and who will not. The number of deaths will increase dramatically in such a scenario. To avoid this, the entire world, which includes us all, must do everything in its power to slow. Although it sounds trivial, the best thing to do is to wash your hands. Soap is actually a very powerful tool in principle. The corona is coated with a layer of creamy material. Soapy causes the cracking of this layer and leaves it unable to infect you. The next thing is social estrangement, which is not a nice thing, but it's nice to do. This means no hug, no handshake. If you can stay at home, stay tuned to protect those who have to work for the community to survive, with doctors for fund employees or. All this is not beautiful, but look at the whole picture. The price you pay is a little. The question of when an outbreak will end depends on how it begins. If it begins quickly with a sharp curve, it will end badly. If it starts slow with a curve that is not